Given how crowded the Mouse House is, a few gems are bound to get lost in the shuffle. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated live-action Disney movies. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're taking a look at Disney's most underappreciated classics that have little to no animation.
Okay, I'll talk. I left the gift on the carpet.
Number 10, Sky High.
That one kid really, glow?
Sometimes.
This superhero satire had the misfortune of coming out 1 year after The Incredibles, which might have caused it to fly under the radar. Nevertheless, it's high time the film finally got its due. The story centers on the son of two superheroes who apparently has no special powers of his own. Upon attending a high school for heroes in training, he's labeled as a sidekick. This premise makes leeway for clever sight gags and one-liners. Kurt Russell, Bruce Campbell, and Wonder Woman herself, Linda Carter, also have fun supporting performances.
I'm not Wonder Woman, you know.
Above all else, Sky High enforces a positive message about making the most out of your talents, no matter how small they seem.
The most powerful super being ever to walk the halls of Sky High. Me!
Number 9, Bridge to Terabithia.
You ever see any sharks while you're scubaing or whatever?
When the ads for Bridge to Terabithia hit, audiences expected a Narnia knockoff. The fantasy element here is actually downplayed, however. Rather, the story is more about the friendship between young Jess and Leslie, played by Josh Hutcherson and Anna Sophia Robb, respectively.
The place where I have come from, and will go back to when I am done here. I am diving. I'm a scuba diver.
Together, the two make a magical realm where they can escape the pressures of reality. Faithful to Katherine Patterson's original novel, this is a charming family film about growing up, the power of imagination, and death.
Just close your eyes, but keep your mind wide open.
Without giving too much away, Bridge to Terabithia delves into some pretty dark territory, pulling no punches along the way. That's part of what makes the final product so authentic and meaningful, thus encouraging the audience to confront a difficult life lesson.
I wasn't there to go with her. It's my fault.
Number 8, Pete's Dragon.
Do you mean it?
Although this live-action animation hybrid did fairly well at the box office, it failed to reach the same heights as Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way.
Even if it couldn't contend with everyone's favorite nanny, it's still a delightful tale about a boy and his dragon.
You sure changed my life. I didn't think I'd ever be happy till I met you.
Full of infectious musical numbers, colorful performances, and impressive special effects for the time, there's more than enough to enjoy here.
I look in your eyes and you whisper sweetly.
The highlight of the film has got to be Elliot the Dragon, who's wonderfully animated and immediately wins the audience over. Pete's Dragon would also inspire a 2016 remake, which put a darker spin on the story. Like its predecessor, this remake hasn't garnered the biggest following, but hopefully that'll change over time.
Please stop, Elliot! Stop! Don't hurt them! I need them!
Number 7, The Rocketeer. This retro-flavored superhero flick is a blast from start to finish. Often described as Disney's answer to Indiana Jones, The Rocketeer centers on a young man that stumbles upon a rocket pack in the year 1938.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
When Nazis and the FBI attempt to acquire the device, our hero must take flight in an adventure full of comedy, romance, and action. While there's plenty for older audiences to love, The Rocketeer is more kid-friendly than Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is maybe why the film wasn't the runaway hit Disney was hoping for. Regardless, its cult status might be enough to finally get a sequel off the ground.
I'm the Rocketeer.
The Rock of who?
Number 6, Newsies.
Spot was right. Is it just a game for you guys?
Although Disney is known for turning out blockbuster after blockbuster, this musical was one of the studio's most notorious bombs and box office duds. Over the years, though, Newsies has gained a loving fan base and inspired a Tony-winning Broadway show.
Glory be, I'm the king of New York.
The film would also help launch several high-profile careers. A young Christian Bale took center stage in one of his earliest roles, while Kenny Ortega of High School Musical fame made his directorial debut. This historically rooted story, about the newsboy strikes of 1899, comes complete with toe-tapping choreography and infectious songs from Alan Menken and Jack Feldman. If you haven't seen the film yet, remember that it's never too late to seize the day.
Let us seize the day.
Number 5. Saving Mr. Banks.
How do I misjudge you?
You look at me, and you see some kind of Hollywood King Midas.
Saving Mr. Banks' reviews were mostly positive, but that didn't translate into Oscar gold. The lack of awards is especially disappointing, as this is one of the most unique live-action films Disney has ever made. The film explores the dynamic between Walt Disney, played by Tom Hanks, and Mary Poppins creator P.L. Travers, played by Emma Thompson.
A little bit of child in all of us.
Maybe in you, Mr. Disney, but certainly not in me.
Although Travers is hesitant to sign over the film rights for her creation, Mr. Disney is determined to bring Mary Poppins to the silver screen.
Because my guys are going to do things with it that are revolutionary, Pam, revolutionary.
While this period piece takes a few creative liberties with historical accuracy, the performances from Thompson and Hanks always ring true. The result is a compelling story about two passionate artists trying to reach a compromise.
Now you have seduced me with the music, Mr. Disney. Yes, you have. Those Sherman boys have quite turned my head. But I shall not be moved upon the matter of cartoons.
Number 4. Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey.
All right, okay. Just wanted to smell it. To make sure it was safe for people.
Even if it wasn't a blockbuster upon release, this remake of the 1963 film is truly an incredible journey. Homeward Bound centers on two dogs and a cat that venture across the wilderness in search of their owners.
Hey, where you going? Where's he going?
Shadow?
I told you, I'm going home.
Although the animals can talk, their non-CGI'd lips never move. However, our furry leads still overflow with personality thanks to the voiceover performances from Don Amici, Sally Field, and Michael J. Fox. The film doesn't bombard us with countless pop culture references either. It's just a good old-fashioned adventure, with timeless characters, stunning nature shots, and heart-pounding action.
Sassy?
Oh, help! Just remember to bring some tissues, as you're bound to cry at least once.
I'm too old.
That's not true. There's nothing you can't do.
I have nothing more to give Chance.
Number 3. Holes.
Where's a person go to the bathroom around here? Man, pick a hole, any hole.
Lewis Sacker's original young adult novel is considered one of the best pieces of literature for kids. Sacker himself penned the screenplay for this adaptation, which keeps the comedy, suspense, and heart of its source material.
My no good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing great-great-grandfather, that's who it is.
For some reason, though, people rarely talk about this film. A young Shia LaBeouf stars as Stanley Yelnats IV, a boy who unfortunately winds up at a detention camp for youths called Camp Green Lake. While there, he makes a few friends and uncovers a shocking mystery.
Look at this, you see that little heart? You see that? The letters in it?
With a gripping story that'll keep you invested every step of the way, this is a buried treasure for audiences of all ages.
How do we know one of our gang didn't already come back and dig up the treasure, man?
We don't. You hear that?
Number 2. Hocus Pocus.
Wiggle thy toes, open thine eyes, twist thy fingers toward the sky.
When it first came out in 1993, Hocus Pocus didn't make a ton of money. It didn't get the most favorable reviews from critics either.
Another glorious morning. Makes me sick.
Yet that didn't stop the film from becoming a cult classic that people continue to watch every Halloween. This is one of those goofy comedies that can connect with the kid in all of us. There's still a lot for adults to admire. From the creativity, the music, to the visuals, all of it simply screams Halloween. On top of that, Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker are flat-out spellbinding as a trio of wicked witches. This film is sure to get you in the Halloween spirit.
Cat's got my tongue!
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Do you actually hear what these dreams say?
Yeah, I do. But this one sounds like you.
Who's that?
Sit down, Navigator.
Are you the one that's been calling me?
Affirmative.
The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's
something in the glade there.
Number 1. Enchanted.
That's how you know. That's how you know he's in love.
Featuring a first-rate comedic performance from Amy Adams, Enchanted centers on an animated maiden who's transported to the live-action world.
You see, I've been wandering very far and long tonight, and I'm afraid nobody's been very nice to me.
Yeah, well, welcome to New York.
While the story pokes fun at many overused Disney tropes, it also embraces everything we love about this company. The filmmakers offer a modern take on the fairy tale formula that feels timely while also being timeless.
To finish.
What's wrong?
You're not singing.
Oh.
Although Enchanted is primarily live action, it arguably ushered in a new golden age of Disney animation. You can see much of the film's humor, sincerity, and self-awareness in the animated features that followed, such as The Princess and the Frog, Tangled, and Frozen. Enchanted thus acted as an underappreciated but significant turning point for the House of Mouse that shouldn't go overlooked.
It's like you escaped from a Hallmark card or something.
Is that a bad thing?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.